President-elect Joe Biden, a prominent figure in Washington political circles for nearly half a century, will succeed President Donald Trump in January. VOA's Mike O'Sullivan looks at the career of a veteran politician who had his biggest political win 4 years after leaving office as vice president. Dateline: Los Angeles, November 7, 2020.
The election came down to a few states, including the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, where the separation in the vote was razor thin. The sitting president and his supporters claim there were vote irregularities, which they say may reverse the current results. But after American news networks projected Democrat Joe Biden had an insurmountable lead, he declared victory and sought to bridge the country's political divisions.
For all those of you who voted for President Trump, I understand the disappointment tonight. I've lost a couple times myself, but now, let's give each other a chance.
During the election campaign, President Trump emphasized social unrest and law and order, while Biden criticized Trump for his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. President Trump trailed in the polls throughout. He mounted high-energy rallies in states such as Michigan and Wisconsin, where voters were seen as divided. For 8 years, Biden was Barack Obama's vice president and played a major role in his administration. In contrast to President Trump, a political newcomer when elected in 2016, Biden is an experienced politician, a fact he hammered home on the campaign trail.
I'm going to say something outrageous. I know how to make government work.
First elected to the Senate at age 29, Biden has held elected office for almost 50 years. Assuming current returns will be certified, at 78, he will be the oldest person sworn in as U.S. president.
He is bland, and the blandness normally would hurt him more than it does against Donald Trump. It actually gives people a very sharp, distinct choice.
Biden was chosen as the Democratic Party candidate after beating more liberal presidential contenders in primaries. One was the person who will be his vice president, Kamala Harris. With Biden doing little in-person campaigning because of coronavirus pandemic concerns, the campaign was ultimately about the sitting president. In a public appearance in the swing state of Pennsylvania, Biden spoke the day before the November 3rd election.
Tomorrow we can put an end to a presidency that has failed to protect the nation. Tomorrow we can put an end to a presidency that has fanned the flames of hate across this nation.
Also the day before the election, Trump expressed confidence in Wisconsin.
Remember what I said 4 years ago? I am your voice, and we will all together make America great again. That's what we're doing. That's what we've done.
Voters turned out in unprecedented numbers for a U.S. election, as high as 90% of eligible voters. The narrowness of the victory shows how divided the U.S. electorate is. Legal challenges mean that the election could ultimately be decided in court. The difficult task ahead to unify a divided country. Mike O'Sullivan, VOA News, Los Angeles.
Historic California News is a Mike O'Sullivan podcast.